telling you, ladies, we guys, we're not stupid. Well, we might be, but we are trying to listen to you and figure you out all the time. But the fact is, we got you zigging, and then you zag on us.
Sometimes we can also tend to be a walking contradiction.
A walking contradiction. Exactly what you're... Exactly. Then, as you zag, we zag with you. Then you go back to zigging. We can't figure you out. And this is a great example. All right? This is a confused woman on Instagram yesterday that just utterly had my head shaking because I don't even know that you guys know what you want.
This is at Mackenzie Gage.
Y'all, it is wild out here. It is wild being a woman because, listen, I am 1,000,000% for women's rights. I think about it actually all the time. I have 2 daughters. But what I also think about a lot of the times is that, like, I don't want to do it anyway. You know, like, I'm glad that we now can drive cars, but I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive, but I don't want you to tell me I can't do it. I also don't want you to do something because I'm a woman thinking that I can't do it myself. But then I think you should do it for me. Like, when I'm unloading something from the car that's heavy and a man sees me unloading it, like, I don't want him to assume that I can't do it on my own. But if he doesn't help me, that was rude. That was really rude because I don't want to do it by myself. And it was heavy. You know, there's a problem. There's a problem. This is a problem. I'm admitting that. And the first step is admitting that you have a problem. Also, like, do not think for me. I can think on my own. But please don't ask because I don't want to use my brain. I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it. But I want to have the ability to. It is It is wild out here. Being a woman is crazy. Crazy. Or maybe I'm just crazy. But either way.
Is she crazy or does she represent all of you?
I think she represents us deep down on a satirical level because I've definitely been on this side of TikTok where there will be men talking about how women shouldn't be out here doing the corporate jobs. They need to be at home, like, you know, living the soft life. And there will be some girl stitching that video in response and being like, yes, finally somebody said it. Because I think, like, deep down, everybody wants to be, you know, somebody's trophy wife because it sounds good in theory. But I think most women do want autonomy because we're full human beings. Now, earlier, I talked about a relationship coach that I really love called Matthew Hussey, and he said something interesting about the concept of chivalry. He's like, there's 3 types of women. There's women on this side of the spectrum that can't do anything, and they don't want to use their brain, and they're completely incompetent. And then you have the other type of women that are hyper independent who are like, I can do everything on my own. I do not need anybody. He said women have to find somewhere in the middle. Specifically when it comes to being around men, it's like, I know I can do everything on my own, but it's a lot more fun when somebody else does it.
We're trying to figure y'all out, but you can't even figure you out.
Bert Show.